This holiday didn't arrive with bad news. There was no argument, no announcement, no breaking moment. And yet, something felt different. As Kelly Ripa began to speak, her voice carried a quiet weight that viewers immediately noticed. She wasn't trying to be emotional. She wasn't searching for sympathy. She was simply being honest about a feeling many people recognize but rarely say out loud. This wasn't about losing family. It was about watching life change in front of you. Kelly reflected on how holidays evolve as children grow older, how traditions that once felt permanent slowly begin to shift. The laughter is still there, the love remains, but the rhythm feels unfamiliar. What made this moment powerful wasn't sadness, it was awareness. The realization that some chapters close without warning and new ones begin just as quietly. And in that stillness, Kelly shared something deeply human, a holiday memory that would never feel quite the same again. The same decorations, the same traditions, the same moments that quietly reassure us that some things never change. But this year, for Kelly Ripa, something felt different. Not in a loud, dramatic way, not in a way that demanded headlines or explanations. It was quieter than that. The kind of feeling you notice only when everything slows down. During a recent moment on live television, Kelly began speaking about the holidays, and almost immediately viewers sensed the shift. Her tone softened, her words slowed. She wasn't reading from a script or trying to entertain. She was reflecting. Kelly didn't rush into the subject. She paused, chose her words carefully, and spoke with the honesty of someone who understands that certain moments deserve respect. She acknowledged that this holiday season carried an emotional weight she hadn't anticipated, not because something terrible had happened, but because life itself had gently shifted. For many parents, the holidays revolve around their children. The noise, the chaos, the laughter, the constant motion. For years, Kelly's holidays were defined by those rhythms: full homes, packed schedules, and traditions built around togetherness. But as she explained, time has a way of changing even the warmest traditions. Her children are growing, they're building lives of their own. Their schedules are full, their independence is real. And while that growth is something every parent hopes for, it also comes with a quiet adjustment, one that isn't always easy to put into words. Kelly admitted that this realization hit her unexpectedly. There was no breakdown, no tears spilling over, just a heaviness beneath the surface. The kind that comes when you understand that certain versions of your life exist only in memory now. She spoke about holidays not feeling worse, just different. That difference mattered. In her words, viewers heard something deeply relatable. The understanding that change doesn't have to be painful to feel emotional. That even joyful transitions can leave a weight behind. She reflected on past holidays, earlier years filled with noise, mess, and moments she once thought would never feel distant. At the time, those moments felt exhausting, but now, looking back, they glittered with meaning. Kelly acknowledged that part of growing older is learning how to let go of what no longer fits while still honoring what shaped you. And that's what made this holiday unforgettable. It wasn't about loss, it wasn't about regret, it was about awareness. On air, Kelly spoke slowly, her voice steady but thoughtful. She expressed gratitude for the memories, for the present, and for the opportunity to witness her children become confident adults. Yet, beneath that gratitude lived something quieter: acceptance. Acceptance that no tradition stays frozen in time. Acceptance that family dynamics evolve. Acceptance that love doesn't disappear, it changes shape. What struck viewers most wasn't what Kelly said, but how she said it. She didn't try to mask the emotion, she didn't dramatize either. She simply allowed it to exist. And that authenticity resonated. Social media quickly filled with reactions from fans who felt seen. Parents especially recognized themselves in her words. Many admitted they had experienced the same unexpected feeling during the holidays, that mix of pride and longing, joy and reflection. Kelly's moment opened a quiet door for conversation, not about celebrity life, but about family, time, and transition. It reminded audiences that behind the cameras and polished presentations, she is navigating the same emotional terrain as everyone else. She even mentioned that learning to accept change doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means making room for new traditions, ones that meet your family where they are now. This year, she said, the holiday felt more reflective than celebratory, and that was okay. Kelly emphasized that there was beauty in that stillness, beauty in pausing long enough to notice how far you've come, beauty in understanding that every chapter, even the quiet ones, holds value. Her words weren't heavy with sadness. They were grounded in maturity. She acknowledged that while some moments don't return in the same way, their impact stays with us, shaping how we love, how we show up, and how we appreciate what we have in the present. As the segment wrapped up, Kelly offered a gentle reminder. Parents are allowed to feel proud and emotional at the same time. Love doesn't shrink just because circumstances change. If anything, it deepens. That's why this holiday will stay with her. Not because it was filled with heartbreak, but because it marked a subtle turning point. A moment of reflection, a moment of growth, a moment of quiet understanding. And in sharing it, Kelly gave her audience permission to feel the same way. For viewers at home navigating their own evolving traditions, her message landed softly but powerfully. It reminded them that feeling emotional during the holidays isn't a weakness, it's proof that the moments mattered. In the end, this wasn't just Kelly Ripa opening up. It was a reminder that life doesn't announce its biggest changes loudly. Sometimes they arrive wrapped in familiar lights, sitting quietly at the table, waiting for us to notice. And when we do, they leave an impression we'll never forget. Before we end this story, there's one more moment you should know about. Because after Kelly Ripa opened up about how different this holiday felt, many viewers were left wondering what came next. How do you move forward when traditions quietly change and the familiar rhythm of family life no longer feels the same? In our next video, we take a deeper look at another personal moment involving Kelly, one that didn't make headlines but carried just as much emotion. It's a moment that shows how she's learning to adjust, not by pretending nothing has changed, but by accepting it with grace. This next chapter explores what happens after the reflection. When the decorations come down, the cameras move on, and real life settles back in. Kelly speaks about balancing gratitude with growth, and how holding on too tightly to the past can sometimes stop us from embracing what's ahead. It's not a story about sadness or regret. It's about resilience, about redefining togetherness, and about finding comfort in new traditions that don't yet feel familiar. If this holiday story resonated with you, the next one may feel even closer to home. Stay with us. There's more to come.